Welcome to some more flat earth science. Today we're going to talk about GPS. I just recently did 2 videos and went back and looked at them and they didn't look too good, so I've taken them down and I've organised myself a little bit better this time, so I hope I can get it out in this one video. So it's all about flat earth, and celestial navigation proves it. It's so easy. If you work on the flat earth method as opposed to working on one of these things. So if you go online, they'll start teaching you celestial navigation using one of these and talking about looking down on top of the earth, looking down through the ball. So basically that's the centre of our flat earth, isn't it? The North Arctic. And they talk about positions on here and slicing them and taking them by the centre of the sphere of the ball, which is total rubbish. You know, you don't need to go there. It's just absolute garbage. I don't know if the sailors are thick or what. I don't know if they realised it can work quite easily on the flat earth, a lot easier than trying to explain it using a ball. So I'm going to show you how it works on a flat earth. So there's the looking down on our flat earth, our flat plane, just like the Gleason map, the longitudes come straight out like this. That 15 degrees there is the same back there. Just as it works on a clock, same time there as it would be down here. They have you drawing silly pictures like this on the outside of a ball and projecting it back to the centre of the earth. In other words, you are the centre. You are always the centre of meridian and zenith. Okay, and there's your destination. That's their ball idea, getting from there to there, whatever. Always working on this system, but put that aside. This is basically what it is. We're in a donut from north to south. We're inside this arc. The dead centre is there. So we have an arc here, arc there, because it's a donut. It's an arc all the way around. So there's our arc. There is our celestial dome. We are inside that dome. Whether you're north or south, you're inside the dome. There's the dome. In the centre, zenith, is the equator. So south, north. Let's say we're out south. That's you there. Now you want to know where you are on this grid. That's what GPS is. It's a grid, and they have at least 50 celestial bodies in the sphere marked GPS, their ground positions. So if you have 50 celestial bodies marking ground positions, it'll be quite easy to find your location in between those known celestial bodies, right? If you've got a grid system, you just use these points to find where you are in here on a grid. It'll be a lot finer than this, obviously, and those circles are a bit skewed because I only have so many cups and plates I can use to make circles. So let's say that's you, right? And you're in your arc of horizon. Your horizon, what's 5 Ks? That's basically what you've got here. All these celestial bodies will be projected down into your arc of horizon. Now you want to know where you are. So what do? You're a sailor, you're an experienced sailor, you know the stars, you know what the star is, you know what it's called. So you've got your sailor's almanac, they're all in there. So you take a reading from the horizon to that star and you get 40 degrees. Well, that's not the figure we work on. We work on whatever makes up 90 degrees, straight up. Because that'll bring you to your meridian, your zenith. because they know where the star is at that precise time you took that reading. They know exactly where it is on Earth, where it is on this grid at that time, the exact time. It works to the minute or even the seconds in those books. So let's say it's there. There it is there. You've taken your reading. And they tell you it's right there. So they've got that already worked out. What they want to know is where you are. So 40 plus 50 is 90 degrees. You are now zenith meridian. So they can tell you how far you are away from that star in minutes. Then you just do an equation, 60 nautical miles times the minutes gives you the nautical miles between there and there. It's as easy as that. None of this cutting through, slicing through the ball earth, marking to the centre of the sphere, whatever. That's basically it. Now, what they've done is they've given you a position, a radius. Basically given you a radius from that star you just read. So you're anywhere around the circle. So you don't know exactly. You have a fair idea because of temperature. You'd be a little bit warmer up here than down here out in the south. Okay, so what do we do now? We take another reading. We find another star. And let's say you're closer, so it's going to be a smaller circle basically. I should have something slightly bigger for that one there, but I'll use this. And so it's like that. So you've taken a reading, say, from another star up here and got a reading of, say, 50 degrees. So whatever equals the 90 will be a 40 degrees, right? And that's your zenith again. So they've just given you a distance from that star to where you are. So it's basic, there's your intersection point, so you must be there. It's bang on. So you're right there. If you want, you can take another reading and get a radius around that. Get a radius around that. And if that's the radius, then this is now going to have to shift up to either there or there. But you take them, if you take them quickly, you're going to end up right there in the middle. And there's your position on the flipping flat earth. It's that simple. It's Sailor's Almanacs, it's all in there. Celestial navigation is a projected grid down onto Earth's flat plane. A ground position called GP. Ground position. These are ground positions. The ground position system. Always has been, always will be. That's what GPS is. It's a projection projected down onto the flat plane Earth. They can even make maps. They've got maps. They can project all this down and draw a flat Earth map. It's online. I've got photographs on my phone as well. And you get all these spinning ballers screaming out for a flat Earth map. Well, are they stupid or they're just simple? I don't know. So that's it. So there's your grid. You just draw a grid. And there's all your GPS spots all on there, on that grid. And then some clever bugger decided, oh, we can take that off the ocean and put it on land. Because it's the same grid. It's got one big grid for the flat Earth. Whether out in the ocean or on land, you've still got that same grid. GPS. That's how it all works. Some of these old guys, you'd think they'd be a bit wiser than they are, but you go and mention this flat Earth, try to discuss it with them, they go, oh yeah, but there's GPS. Where were they when we had this? This was ground position and celestial navigation. It's been around since God created Earth. What were they doing all their younger days? Why do they come to believe this is some magical floating spaceship up here? Easily fooled. Human race, the brain is so easily fooled. The projected grid of celestial bodies gives reference to the rest of the grid's positions. And that's what we do on land. You get 3 cell towers. You've got a position where you are. Triangulation, isn't it? Just what's happening out here. That's the basics. And it took me a short period to figure that out. I only watched a couple of videos. I sussed it out straight away, converted it to a flat earth, but you know the earth's flat. You can convert anything to flat earth and it all works. You can't deny it. If you try and start understanding the spinning ball, you start getting yourself really lost and confused. It's just a joke. So there you have it. In a nutshell, your arc of horizon, it's all projected down onto your arc. There's all the readings. You are always zenith. They know where that is. They want to know where you are. That'll give you the distance. So they've given you a radius. So you're around there somewhere. Take another reading. Shoot that one. There's the radius. You are now there. You've probably drifted a little bit. You've got a reading. There's your radius there. So you've now drifted up that way a little bit. So it could be there or there. So it works, everyone. Blowing the lid on the spinning ball again. Blowing the lid on GPS. What can spherical ballers, globe lovers come at flat earthers with now? I've shown you what GPS is. I've just done a video on showing why the celestial bodies are disks, because of magnetic polarity. It can only face its opposite at all times as it goes around, because it's all circular. The black hole, everything goes around the black hole of creation. It cannot turn. It cannot turn from its opposite polarity away from the sun or whatever it's negative or positive. It cannot turn it away from it. It's magnets. It's all magnetism. Our whole universe is magnetism, all coming from the center of the earth. Our physical world, non-physical world. Like the dreamland, we physically can go and dream about this, but basically our physical worlds come from this dream. It's come from nothing. So I can't wait for the next question of these spinning ballers. And I had one question. They said, they asked, how can I deny space, speak of a black hole in the flat earth in the one video? Well, what is space? Just because you turn the light out and you might see more, doesn't mean you've got extra space. You've only got one space here. Just because you can't see it during the day doesn't mean there's extra space out there when you turn the light off. It's the same space. And if they want to call it a black hole, you call it a black hole because they only see it at night. We only see what's in here projected out here at night. So we call it a black hole. But everything back in there, it's unseen. It doesn't have to be a black hole. It's just an unseen hole. What is a black hole? I mean, it's nothing without light. You only see a black hole because of the light around it. So you don't have to go out to La La Land to find a black hole. They know what the black hole is. They've seen it. They've shown how it works with the plasma, creating plasma on the horizon of the black hole. All the physics and science is there. They just have to put it in here. And it's not hard to put in there when you know every ancient culture from hundreds of thousands of years have known about the tree of life. And it's all in there. It's right through all scripture, myths, mythological stories, especially this dual system. It's in all the mythological stories, the two skies, north and south. it's all there. It's just a big puzzle. I put the whole lot together. This is why I do videos, to show people, because the human race is a bit sort of brain dead. They believe anything they're told. They think there's probes up there in La La Land landing on Mars and stuff like that. Absolute garbage. You can't get out of there. We're in a magnetic field. We're inside the flux. We're inverted. What we have in our physical world, we are inverted to that. Creation is inverted to that. The flux you don't see, we're in there. Well, that's about it in that video. I mean, it just seemed too easy. I thought it would be drawn out a bit longer, but it's all there. That's it, no matter where you are, anywhere along here, inside, anywhere on the flat plane of Earth. You'll get your readings. Say this almanac, give you all these positions, GP positions. Make up the 90 degrees, you've got your position, so it's from there to you, or there to you. Within that ring, there's the grid. Anyone can draw a grid, anyone can create a GPS system. You do it yourself. You know where the planets are, you know where the celestial bodies are, the GP positions, go and draw your own, make your own. But it's all on computer, of course, because they're always moving. It's 15 degrees per hour, they're all moving 15 degrees per hour. And the other thing I might as well throw into this video is why the sun is 4 minutes slower each day than the planets. That's because of seasonal change. Because we have, haven't got it in there, we have perihelion, the season pointing down there, out to the south, and then we have aphelion. No, aphelion, yeah. That's the sun coming back up to the northern summer. The seasonal change goes like that, see? At the same time as it turns. Well, because the seasonal change is going up and down, it's the variance between this turning and that up and down is the 4 minutes per day, because that means the 4 minutes per day is the movement of the season. 4 minutes per day, is that right? I think it is, yeah. So over the year, that's 4 minutes a day. Works out with 360 degrees. The whole season going around the Earth. That's the variation, because of the season changing. So if this comes up, as it comes up, it'll be pulling away, won't it? But it's just the way everything goes around. It's hard to explain. So everything's going around like this, but you start, turns up quicker. It's this system, the seasonal change, the magnetic field, the sun's shining out that way, the sun turns up, and you know, the seasonal change. It's not very well explained, but that'll do. See you later.